Welcome to my song lore series. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Marloma. I'm a singer-songwriter. And in this series, I'm breaking down my released songs in excruciating personal detail. So if you want to hear all about my most intense, traumatizing experiences, well, I'm afraid of you, but stick around anyways, because I'm here to absolutely ruin my digital footprint. Let's get into it. Today we're talking about my 3-song EP, self-titled Marloma. This is still one of my favorite releases that we've done. I feel like the EP is so cohesive. It's so me, just beyond proud of it. So I'm going to start with Loma Mar, which is sandwiched right in the middle there. Loma Mar is a tribute to my family, who is definitely watching this. Hello, family. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being my biggest supporter. Loma Mar is this teeny tiny town in the middle of the redwood forest. So it's like nature everywhere you look, giant redwood trees, creeks, leaves, bushes. Plants. Like, yes, we know what nature is. My ancestors built like a tiny cabin there that's like the size of maybe a king bed mattress. And we go there every single summer. My whole family sleeps in one room called the sleeping porch. There's not much room to move around at all. At one point, it was like super old-fashioned way of living. I don't even want to get into the bathroom situation. Dishes done by hand, and we don't have like a sink. We have to like go water the plants with the dishwater afterwards. It's just very like time travel-esque. Growing up, I moved a lot. I lived in a lot of different states. I lived in Las Vegas, Seattle, Iowa, and I'm now currently located in Arizona. But Loma Mar was the biggest constant I had in my life as a kid. It's the place that felt most like home. I knew I could count on that being there. And summer was that time where I got to be with my family, no distractions. My dad wasn't going to work every day. My brother didn't have his school friends to hang out with. He had to hang out with me. And I just felt really connected to everybody and to the world, and everything made sense to me there. So that's where my name comes from. The song is basically a thank you letter to my family. I can get into like a little bit deeper what the verses mean because they're a little bit cryptic, but that first verse, I'm singing from the perspective of my parents talking to me as an infant the first time I went to Loma Mar. It's like a 13-hour drive. I'm sure I cried at one point, and they were reassuring me, you know, it's gonna be okay, you're gonna love it here. And I did. Second verse is talking about my relationship with my brother, which has been complicated at points in time. There were times when it was really difficult for us to get along. So I'm kind of talking about you're gonna reconcile. I also had a friend who I brought to Loma Mar at one point, and then we stopped being friends, but we became friends again. I brought her back. Just kind of like assuring younger me, hey, it's gonna work out, you know, don't stress too much because we'll come back together. Third verse is about my boyfriend. And he actually played on the song Loma Mar. He played guitar. I basically was like, hey, I get back from Loma Mar today. And that was when our first date was, right when I got back from Loma Mar one year. And I said, you know, I hope maybe you'll come with me next time. So it's kind of cute. I don't know. I also say in that chorus that you're who I owe my faith to. As cheesy as it sounds, that's true. The faith I have in myself, I lost it for a long time, and he's kind of the one who brought it back for me. That part's a little love letter to him. I'm really grateful to all the ways that he's supported me, sort of similarly to how my family did. It's like a completed support system is what I feel like I have, and that's what I'm trying to express in Loma Mar. And then, of course, the little bridge, fourth verse, is for my grandparents who are there the entire summer, who take care of the cabin and preserve everything for us. They invite us there every year. They also put together my first performance, which was in Loma Mar for the population of 130 people, and maybe 15 of them came. It meant a lot to me to be able to perform to people, so yeah, Loma Mar.
It was born a tradition, you'll be wishing it's always June. You're my musician in addition to my muse. You're who I owe my faith to. Loma Mar, 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 Loma Mar.
Smoking Candle. This one is like my most popular song. This is the one everybody knows, and I would love to write more like this because God, it's so fun. Smoking Candle was my first project when I got to college. It was a production project, so I like added all the little like the lighter noise and all that like the little background vocals. Those were very intentional on my part. I like programmed drums for the first time. It was really a cool thing. And I knew once I finished it, I was like, if I'm gonna record a song, it's gonna be this one. That was always on the table. That was always gonna happen. But I wrote it because I had just gotten out of this like 3-year-long relationship, and I was like, fuck that. I'm never falling in love again. Any of you bitches try to look at me, I'm looking the opposite direction. Like, fuck all of you. It's just pain. It's just gonna cause me pain. And I wrote Smoking Candle when I was very much in that phase. But towards the end, I start daydreaming about like, but what if I do find that one person who breaks this curse that's been bestowed upon me and changes my mind and like allows me to let my guard down? And it was a self-fulfilling prophecy, let me tell you that. I think the fear of falling in love is called philophobia. Definitely had that. Definitely still comes out sometimes. I get really scared to get hurt, but I feel very safe in the relationship I'm in, so I think I found my trick candle.
I don't really wanna know your name, and I don't even wanna know your face, 'cause each night I'm searching you could end in burning blue.
Why did I end on Taste of Red, like the most depressing song I have out? Easily. So many people have told me they've like cried to it. They've related it to other traumatic experiences in their life that don't necessarily have to do with what the song has to do with. I wrote the song about an abusive relationship, which I touched on a little bit in my last video, but it was more of like a mature reflection on that relationship, not like I had just gotten out of it and written Rainbow. Looking back, I was like, it was way worse than I understood at the time as a teenager. The opening line, I wished every day you'd come home crying, which sounds like it's from the abuser's perspective, but it was from mine. I wished every day you'd come home crying so I could hold you and know that you feel, just so I could know that you have a heart, that your heart is beating in there, that you're a person still, because it doesn't feel like it. I'd like to comfort you and know that you have human emotions, which like, I think this person was missing some of those. I craved that like connection, but it just wasn't gonna happen. But then it was, you wished every day I'd come home crying, because you thrived in my suffering. It was almost like you liked it. Drew my knife the day I threatened to leave, where like it was taken as an attack when I said I'm willing to walk away. I was threatened back, but not with like a threatening to leave, threaten your life. It's a little traumatizing. The battle was a waste of bloodshed because I still miss the taste of red. There was no need for me to put up a fight because I'm miserable either way. Second verse, I wished every day I wouldn't wake so I could finally just be alone. Like, this person made me so miserable, and the only way I thought I could get out was by dying. Fuck, that's so dark. But you wished every day I wouldn't wake so you could gather sympathy like stones. I love this line. Sorry to pat myself on the back there, but wouldn't really care if I was gone. But you love to go around town being like, oh, poor me, my partner's gone. I don't know. I thought about that sometimes. That was like a weird hypothetical. I don't know. I drew blood the day I dared you to leave. That was something that was taken as an attack because I knew I couldn't leave, but if I tell you to leave, will you? I empathize with the wounds under your sleeve. Like, I know you got demons, and I'm trying to empathize with you, but you are hurting me. The bridge also contains one of my favorite lines. I wait up for my breadwinner, I played his favorite dinner, I hate the sin, and I sure hate the sinner. I also like that line, because usually it's like, hate the sin, love the sinner. It's like, no, I hate you, and I hate what you're doing. My waist shrinks and my legs get thinner. You were late every day of winter. It's setting the scene of, like, she makes dinner, and she's waiting for him all night, and he never shows up, and she won't eat without him, so, like, she's losing weight. You tasted lace on the hips of a beginner. This line is so fucked in so many ways. I remember playing this for people for the first time and seeing them go like shrivel up when I sang that line, and that's exactly what the intention was. You could take it in many different ways. You could take it in like, he's out cheating with a younger woman. You could take it as like, I was a beginner and like, here I am trying to impress you. Oh, it just hits wrong. I grate my feelings. It's sort of like making dinner while she's grating ingredients. She's like grating up her feelings because she can't talk about them. You're great. I'm kneeling as I pray to the ceiling and the floor. Because what God would let this happen? All I have left to pray to when I look up is the damn ceiling. and that's not giving me much, so I might as well pray to the floor. I lay revealing all the pain that I'm dealing with. You find it unappealing. Now you're bored. I shouldn't expect any more. To be bored while someone's like sobbing, pouring their heart out to you is like just unfathomable, and it is an unfathomable thing to experience, bearing your soul to somebody and you can tell they're just like, I'd rather be on the game or something. Like, this last verse is so fucking haunting, like sort of an aftermath reflection. Like, I got out of it. I drew a heart the day I knew I was out of your reach. Booked a one-way flight down to the beach. So I'm imagining drawing like a heart in the sand, kind of all by myself, like looking out at the ocean waves. And the battle was still a waste of bloodshed. Salty tears are nowhere near the taste of bloodshed. And there's nothing left unsaid. I just miss the taste of red. So that line is essentially saying like, the whole fight I put up just to get out of this was a waste, because even though I should be at peace and I should be happy on this beach by myself, I'm not. Like, the crying by myself doesn't feel as good as the fighting and screaming did. And there's nothing left to say. There's nothing to go back to. There's nothing to, well, I need closure. What about this? We never got to, there's nothing left. But I'm still here, haunted by it, almost in like a worse kind of twisted pain than I was in the midst of it. I have healed. I don't feel this way anymore. I don't feel this like yearning. It's the reflecting that makes me sad. If you're going through something like this, I've linked resources in the description specifically for my Arizona fans and for fans anywhere. And I just want you to know that it's possible to make it out. I promise.
You tasted a lace on the hips of a beginner. I grate my feelings, you're great. I'm kneeling as I pray to the ceiling and the floor. I lay revealing all the pain that I'm dealing with. You find it unappealing, now you're bored.
Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more, it would mean the absolute world to me to have another Martian or Lomi. You get to choose. Stay intuitive, find your peace, and I'll see you next time.